Holy shit. We got the whole crew back again. As Big Daddy C would say, we got the top 5, the original 5, back again for the very first time in a long time. Y'all, we're about to have a very, very good episode for you tonight. Everybody's in for a treat. Let's go.
All your favorite wrestling shows rolled into one. Welcome to the WeBook It podcast. Let's start the show.
The best podcast out there, definitely one of the damn best wrestling podcasts out there in today's stratosphere, YouTube sphere, whatever you want to say, fear. Listen, I have with me my esteemed co-host, the best damn hosts of each and every show. They each have their own shows that they do. Well, we're gonna get Tank to start doing TNA. I'm speaking into existence. It's going to end up happening. But sorry, Tank. Yeah, you're gonna take TNA. But anyway, this is the best damn podcast out there in the stratosphere, in the YouTube sphere. I am your host, Virgil. This is Sunday night, and I am on fire right now. And I don't mean the bad kind, because I have all of my brothers back, and we're here talking about wrestling this week. Right over here. Damn it, Fritos, you know my left and right is terrible. To my left, I have the freakiest one, the host of the Friday Night SmackDown, Lowdown, Hold Down, Throw Down, Mow Down, Toe Down, Low Down, Hold Down, Whoa Down, Whoa Down. That's right. The freakiest one, Freaky Fritos.
What's up, gentlemen? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my singles and tag team competitors. I'm having a fantastic weekend. We've got some primetime playoff hockey going on right now, and I've been slaughtering demons on Doom, the Dark Ages. It's a fantastic video game. Not sponsoring us or whatever, but I am promoting it because it is a fantastic game, so get it.
And a wrestler made you get it, so.
I blame Drew. That entrance at WrestleMania was fire, so I had to get it.
There you go. Making his return back to the podcast. Well, he actually made his return last week, but I wasn't here, so I get to actually introduce him and bring him out because I know Fritos didn't do it right. All right, making his return to the podcast, the man that started this with us, the man that introduced me to my brothers Fritos and Coach. He is back again. He's built like a tank. Don't mess with him because he will make you stank. That's right, my man, Tank. What's up, brother?
I appreciate I appreciate the intro. I appreciate it. Yes, you missed last week when we formally inducted and I should say ceremonialized our new Booker of the Year, Big C.
Oh, damn.
I am the longest reigning Booker of the Year. So this is this title reign lasts.
But thank you guys for having me back on.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Okay. And of course, you guys know, me and him have created a it's not a repertoire. What is it? A rapport on Monday nights since I've been doing some producing on Monday nights. Guys, he is the workhorse of this podcast. He does it all. He is the number one honcho on the pod. That's right. He is the host of the Monday Night Raw Dog Monday Night podcast. He is Coach Man. What's up, Coach?
I love you, Coach.
And I love you too, random citizen.
Ooh, downgraded.
This is how Roman felt losing to Cody. This
Exactly how Roman
is
Reigns
terrible. It sucks.
Yeah.
Your camera went off.
Yeah, I know. Whenever I hit this damn table, I hit the table with my bottle of water when they made me laugh, and now.
Oh, I thought he said he hit it with his balls. I was like,
I was thinking the same thing, Coach. I was thinking the same thing. That's my bad.
Hey, yo.
My balls are big, but I don't think they're that big to make the whole camera stop working. Jeez.
Hey, yo.
There's only one way to
And then he
say
gets
it.
mad at us
we're
for not
good.
getting
We're
sponsors.
We're good.
I got big grapefruits. What are you talking about?
Grapefruit's got his ass banned.
I can feel it in my
Yeah.
bones.
Ready for the picking.
All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
All right, sorry about that. Yeah. All right. Okay. So, and then of course, my brother from another mother rode with me up to Chicago yesterday. Had a blast at the Cubs game, guys. He is your current reigning booking champion of the world, and your host of AEW Wednesday night. He is Big Daddy C. What up, C?
What's up, man? Hey, WeBook your fan. What's going on? This is your reigning defending Booker champion of the world. Hey, I'm just here, man. I'm just here so I don't get fined, and I'm here to keep my title as long as I possibly can, maybe for a whole year like Fritos before we actually decided to have people defend it monthly.
Okay,
so
I'm the Roman Reigns of the podcast. Whatever.
Only here so you won't get fined.
Your OTB.
We're getting paid?
I wish.
Nobody. Okay, nobody's getting paid first and foremost, and no, nobody's getting fined. Now, everybody, since I wasn't here last week, we have to do this. Can we all acknowledge our new booking champion of the world? Put your ones up for C. Come on, Fritos. Oh, Fritos. Come on.
You didn't say which one.
Technically that is a one.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta say
Keep
index. Come on, man.
Oh no, my camera's doing it. It's
Why is it zooming in?
Yeah, zoom in right here. Let me show you something.
Fritos,
no, camera, zoom out.
I'll remember that when the Bears sweep the Packers this year.
All right, no. Now you've crossed the line.
Sure. Oh, and we're out. We lost the host. What's going on? Oh, he's back.
Fix this camera.
Wait, is Virgil a confirmed Packers fan? Did he just get mad at that comment?
He did.
Hell no.
He did get mad. He left.
Hey, while we on the subject,
he did not.
Virgil has been known to be an Aaron Rodgers fan in the past. So
that is true. He's a bad
since we put shit out there, let's go ahead and tell the listeners Virgil has been a known Aaron Rodgers fan.
Virgil is a Chicago Bears fan. The one and only. Bears.
No.
The Bears.
You left.
Sure.
The Bulls.
Wait, were you saying the Bulls or were you saying the nipples?
No, the Bulls.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
The Bulls.
I don't want to talk about the Bulls until the season starts.
Spare me. I don't even want to talk about the Bulls then. Shit. All right, so guys, this is, however, a wrestling podcast, and we do have wrestling to talk about, and we got a shit ton of topics. So, like I said, let's get to it now. First and foremost, guys, we are halfway through. Hey,
Virgil. I know you're black, but you're not that black. We can't see you.
God, but we were doing so well. You can't
see me. I can see me.
Oh, you missed opportunity.
He took that opportunity.
That was your opportunity to incorporate the Cena joke. God
he
damn
was,
it, Mike.
Man.
Get him out of here.
Bro, but you can't do that after my camera just went off.
This is the shit that makes me drink. Okay? This is the shit.
But you can't do that after my camera was just messed up. I thought you really couldn't see me. I would have got it. Whatever.
No,
anyway,
we really cannot see you, sir.
You still really can't. What the? My camera was
And to be fair, I was gonna say, this isn't like last week when Fritos by far had the best cutaways.
Hey,
he had the best cutaways.
Is as black as the screen was when Justin Timberlake ripped off Janet Jackson's nipple piece.
Not before we caught something.
This is your weekly reminder that this podcast will never, ever be advertised.
It will never be advertised.
Yeah, we will never get advertising for this podcast.
Hey, we get advertised by the right folks that appreciate our commentary.
Wait a minute. Can y'all see me or not?
OnlyFans.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, I was gonna say now sponsored by OnlyFans.
All right,
So
Maybe we need,
Fritos
guys. Maybe
y'all
that's what
too.
we need to do. Put the podcast on OnlyFans.
we'll make so much money,
Oh,
man. I'm telling you.
Okay,
Have a shirt.
there's too many people
Put it next to
talking.
Bonnie Blue.
I love you guys. Shut up, all of you. Somebody talk to me. Can you see me?
Yes,
No,
I can.
Your time is now.
Nope.
So why is Fritos the only one that can see me? This is
It's a
idiotic
John,
right now.
I think they're doing a John Cena bit here.
Log out and then log back on or something.
I
Did you
can see
restart your computer? Did
No.
you unplug it and plug it back in?
That is a fair question.
This is idiotic right now.
Because you the
Did
one
you
that
blow
you
on
the,
it
you
like
the
we
one that
did
said
Nintendo
your camera was
64?
doing something before you disappeared. See,
I saw him the whole time.
he's like, "Oh no, my camera."
I was gonna
he's
say,
doing
does somebody
it
want
again."
to take it away,
And
or
then he left.
we want to wait on him?
Wait on him because he got the script.
Uh-uh.
I was gonna say,
Frito's got it.
I was gonna say I can go through my text, but I don't think. I think I'll disappear too.
Since you back, let me go and add you to the.
There we go.
Hey, there he is.
Yay! Now we can see
All
you
right.
just like every one of John Cena's matches. All right, go ahead.
Speaking of John Cena, I'm gonna let that slide. But I
segue,
was riding in the car yesterday, and I was talking to C, and we had a pretty prolific conversation about how we will book John Cena's final weeks in WWE, final months in WWE. I found this on a website, and this was posted. The rest of John Cena's match card. Okay, so we already have confirmed John Cena on May 24th, 2025 is going to go against R-Truth at Saturday night's main event. After that, Money in the Bank, John Cena would tag with Travis Scott against a returning Cody Rhodes and his mystery partner, who would turn out to be Bad Bunny. After that, Night of Champions, John Cena versus Sami Zayn. John Cena will retain the WWE Championship because of interference from Seth Rollins and his crew, raising speculation about whether or not Seth Rollins and his crew is secretly working for The Rock. Saturday night's main event on July 1st, 2025. John Cena brings back the Open Challenge, except this time it's the WWE Open Challenge, WWE Championship Open Challenge, where his challenge is answered by none other than Joe Hendry. Then after that, we go to SummerSlam. SummerSlam, it's John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. And right when Cody Rhodes is about to win, The Rock makes his grand return and costs Cody Rhodes the match. Then after that, we go to Clash in Paris. John Cena versus AJ Styles. Then after that, we do John Cena versus CM Punk, WWE champion versus the World Heavyweight champion. Which, yes, that means CM Punk by Crown Jewel in October would have won the World Heavyweight Championship. After that, we have Survivor Series, where it's once again is John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. If Cody Rhodes loses, he has to sell his soul to The Rock. Cody Rhodes wants one more shot at the Undisputed Championship and has to put his soul on the line. Either Cody Rhodes saves wrestling or he sells his soul to the final boss. This is where John Cena betrays The Rock and finally becomes a babyface again. Saturday night's main event on 12/13/2025. The Rock's chosen one, Drew McIntyre versus John Cena. And then last but not least, the Ruthless Aggression pay-per-view. John Cena versus Braun Breaker as Braun Breaker cashes in his Money in the Bank contract for the WWE Championship. After Saturday night's main event on 12/13/2025, people are wondering if John Cena is really done. He comes out and tells the crowd that he thinks that his career is over, and the fans start chanting one more match. John Cena gains hope and begins to hype up the crowd and talk about how there is a show on 12/27 at MSG. He asked the crowd if they want to see him compete in one last match. It's official, and he wants a match against someone who has the same ruthless aggression that he had when he debuted. So his final match will be against Braun Breaker, putting Braun Breaker over, and Braun Breaker will become your new WWE champion, and John Cena thus would wave goodbye. Thoughts? Now, I said a lot.
I dig it.
Go Fritos.
I dig all that. The R-Truth one, I mean, they're just building it quickly because after Backlash, they've got a week and a half to really build it up. I mean, there's,
Sure.
It's going to be something fun, especially after this past video package interview we had of R-Truth, where he's still defending John, which is hysterical. The one that's most intriguing is that Saturday main event, the open challenge of Joe Hendry. I know some people are against Joe Hendry and all that, especially after WrestleMania with him and Randy. But if you watch some of his interviews, he's got history with John. He wasn't able to make it to a meet and greet or autograph signing. His friends talked to John, and he had a phone conversation with John. And he keeps saying his dream match would be against John Cena. So I think that would be the best of both worlds and also help promote TNA at the same time.
Sure.
Then the Money in the Bank part, I'm not a big fan of Braun winning it. I still think Karrion Kross right now is your heavy favor to win Money in the Bank this year. I mean, we still don't know the rest of the cards or who else is going to be qualifying for it, but right now I feel like it's Kross or the other one I would love to see in there, LA Knight. But I do love how they would be putting over Braun because he is your future. And John said when he loses that title, it's a guy that's going to be breaking my record. And Braun's extremely young. He's going to be at the company for a hot minute. So potentially he does have a chance to beat that record. So with everything else, I dig everything. Especially also with CM Punk. If they said that way, the World Heavyweight Championship, I think he would look good with this title.
Absolutely. All right, Tank, what do you got?
I agree and disagree. I think I agree totally with Karrion Kross. I think merch-wise, popularity-wise, that man, I told you guys, and I will stand by it. I think Karrion Kross deserves to have a title around him. The CM Punk, man, I mean, I love CM Punk, but I just don't think he should beat Jay or be the one to beat Jay. So with those two things in mind, John Cena, the card for the rest of this year is just a build, right? Let's just be honest. It is just a build to go into the final months of this year when things start really heating up. I would like a flip side of that, the whole selling his soul. I think heel Cody, by the time John Cena is a babyface, which apparently John Cena can't stay a heel because, he misses his merch money. But anyway, the fact that John Cena is going to go eventually babyface again by the time this year's out, why not have a heel Cody? We've all seen heel Cody in the independents, in other brands. The man knows how to be a heel. Why not allow him to be a heel on the big stage?
The only problem is they already talked about when he comes back, there's no plans at all this year for turning him heel. There's been a couple reports on it.
There's still some money in Cody being a babyface. They see
and
that.
that's fair. That's fair.
a lot
But
of people,
with him being out this long, and we've seen it before. We've seen it before where heels actually get more merch money and more publicity by turning heel. So a slow turn will get the older audience back on Cody. And then with the older audience be back on Cody, you have the younger audience being back on Cody. If he could play both parts, for now, if he could play both parts and then eventually go full on heel, because right now, let's be honest, I mean, Karrion Kross has the number one selling T-shirt right now. So, there's an effort to push it both ways, is what I'm saying.
What do you think, C?
We already talked about it on a previous episode, but we talked about it in the car. Honestly, I think that I feel like I don't know. Like I think that with Cena, I feel like we want to end it right. Like I think with the whole Braun Breaker thing, I feel like it's almost like a repeat. We've seen it before. When Rock pretty much the end of his run was pretty much Brock Lesnar knocking him out. What was that? A SummerSlam? Was it 2003, 2004? And we never really.
It was 2002.
Yeah, 2002. Yeah. So like after that, we didn't really see The Rock in terms of like full-time status. After that point, I know he came back Hollywood. I think that was his last full-time run, and then he got Goldberg sent him away. And so I feel like it's still kind of the same thing. We've seen it twice with The Rock, and I feel like if they do that thing with Braun Breaker, have him demolish Cena, it's almost like, all right, here we are again with a young up-and-coming talent demolishing the former face of the company. And so I feel like with that, in terms of the ending, I wouldn't do it that way. Everything else I'm cool with, except for like the Bad Bunny shit. Cody Rhodes teaming with Bad Bunny. You save that. And Travis Scott save that bullshit. Let actual wrestlers.
Hey, he put on one hell of a match against Damian Priest. Let's be honest. He did.
He really did.
Bad Bunny, yes, I give him that. But I ain't trying to see no more celebrities. I ain't trying. At least
we're gonna.
At least with Logan Paul, he actually put in the time and the work to actually do his thing. Now Bad Bunny did too, but outside of those two, I'm not trying to see nobody else, celebrity wise, get into this whole thing. And so I'm just over it. But outside of that and the Braun Breaker shit, I'm cool with everything else, honestly.
Okay, couple of things, T, before we go to Coach. You're already in shit out of luck because Travis Scott is already training for a match, an in-ring debut, so that's happening.
That might be an awesome segue.
Fiend.
Oh, it's bullshit.
You're getting a Travis Scott match whether you want one or not. Now whether he busts somebody's eardrum or breaks somebody's neck, I don't know. Somebody needs to tell Travis Scott that wrestling is work, because he clearly doesn't know. And then the other part of that, I think that I personally think that Cody Rhodes is going to dethrone John Cena and beat him in Boston for the WWE Championship and win it back.
That'd be crazy.
I do think though that Cody Rhodes will not have another long championship run. I do think somebody will end up cashing in and beating him for the WWE Championship, setting up another WrestleMania where he comes in fighting for the title. So that's probably booked and scheduled to already happen early next year. I do not see another long championship run. Kind of like how Rhea Ripley's last world title run was. Like, it wasn't a long run. You know, she was probably champion for like 2 months. And, you know, like I said, after having that belt for damn near like a year, and, you know, and like I said, same for Cody. He's champion for a long time, and he doesn't necessarily need another long title run. So either Seth Rollins cashes in on the World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso, or he goes over to SmackDown and he cashes in on Cody. Either or,
which I'd be fine with. Just a little say. I mean, we can eventually talk about this, but I think there's more benefits in having shorter title reigns than there are longer.
Sure.
So, I think that's fair.
As the longest reigning booker of the year, I prefer long.
Man, this man.
Oh my gosh! All right, Coach.
Well,
man.
hey,
Go.
What Janet Jackson say? What have you done for me lately? Nothing.
Oh God.
So shut it. I am the current reigning, defending, booking champion of the world, sir. So
I'll see you Money in the Bank.
So until you take this back, I don't want to hear anything.
I'll see you at Money in the Bank.
I mean,
Mike, we got to get this back. We got to get this back.
I mean, do you guys want to duke it out as Saturday Night's main event 1-on-1?
Hell no, not that bullshit. No, pay-per-views only.
It's technically a PLE.
The hell it's not.
It is.
It's
really
technically
all in
favor.
favor.
Fuck that. Was it a PLE
duking
back
it
in the
out.
day? Was it a
All in
PLE back
favor.
in the day when that shit was coming on NBC on cable network television? Or was it a PLE then? Was it a pay-per-view?
It's a PLE now.
Fine. Know what? I know. Championship
No
contest.
Saturday
How about
night
that?
main event. No. Then I just found out today they still got that stupid ass main event shit going on. I saw a fucking video uploaded.
Whoa.
Main event's dope.
Yeah, main event's still going on.
They're still doing
Yeah.
the main event matches BS.
Wait a minute. Like I said, when you didn't you guys all go to Raw together? Was it no? It was just Fritos that went to Raw. So Fritos has been to the most WWE events on the show on the channel, I believe. And like I said, and when you went to Raw, did they do any pre-matches?
Yeah, they did 2.
Yeah,
They did Bronson Reed and Sol Ruka.
okay.
Together?
No, that was just a 2. I can't remember the opponents. Sol Ruka was, I think, Piper Niven or Chelsea Green. I can't remember who Bronson was going against.
All right, let's loop this back in. Coachman,
Yeah.
John Cena, give us your take, and then we're moving on.
Okay, well, first off, I just want to say I can't believe in one podcast we've gotten 2 Janet Jackson references. Who would have thought? Anyways, the one thing I would say is I think his last match, yes, I agree, should be. I think going up against Braun Breaker would be a nice touch, but Cena still wins that match. Kind of pay homage to his first match against Kurt Angle if they're going to go that route.
Oh.
And so Cena wins, goes off in the sunset. Because remember, this is the first time we've ever seen this to where a wrestler's actually said, "Hey, I'm retiring now. Like, this is my farewell tour." So they usually, when you see a guy saying he's retiring, they usually lose that last match. So maybe it's something different this time. The one, I think the CM Punk matchup at Crown Jewel is very intriguing and will probably work because it's in Australia and not in Saudi Arabia. So that means CM Punk will be there instead of the other way around. So that one should work. But the one that I really love is the Clash in Paris, Cena versus AJ Styles, because that crowd is going to be all over AJ Styles, and the camera is going to be shaking. It's going to be literally phenomenal.
Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. So, yeah, I mean, like I said,
can I say this?
Go ahead.
If that happens, it would make me want to scream. That's three Janet Jackson references now. That is 3.
Makes me want
Sorry,
scream.
I had to.
And on that note, we're going to who to watch for in wrestling.
That's the way
featuring
love
Coach.
goes, you know?
Oh God.
Holy shit.
Okay, I like that.
Oh my gosh, I was not expecting that.
Got the upgrade.
There you go.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I got some goosebumps going right now. Felt like I just took a Viagra. Oh my goodness.
Or Blue Chew.
Or Blue Chew.
Hey, shut up.
Hey, that roll sparks, boy. That roll sparks.
All right. So, who to watch for this week? We're going into 2 different companies once again. We're going to start in AEW, and I'm going to start with one Josh Alexander, who has kind of been on a little bit of a losing streak right now, but I do believe that he will be regrouping for this week on Dynamite and definitely start getting more involved in some storylines. So he kind of paid his dues to begin with in AEW. He will get back on top. And as for our women's wrestler who to watch for, we're going to stick in WWE, and she was just traded to SmackDown, and we got to go with Julia. She is in a Money in the Bank ladder match against Charlotte, and it is going to be very, very interesting what's going to happen there. Somebody is going to take the pin, and I think it might be Charlotte to Julia. And that would get the storyline between Charlotte and Alexa Bliss moving forward more. But that's just my opinion. But definitely Julia is one to watch for this week in the women's division. And that's who to watch for this week in wrestling. That's way better than some Def Rebel crap. Man, I can just picture it when that bass drops. I'm coming out, pyro goes off. Like, man, Def Rebel ain't got shit on you, Virgil.
You're welcome, Coach. It's been a long time coming. You put up with that little 5-second BS for almost, actually for over a year. So yeah, no, you deserve this. You earned that. You are the workhorse. So least I could do is on my show take care of you. Make sure that you are appreciated, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so guys,
Whoa,
next
wait,
topic.
no, we not. Hell no, we're not doing that. First off, you created the damn 5-second intro, sir. So that is on you. Don't act like I don't appreciate Coach, because who was the one that's been producing most of the Monday Night Raw podcast? Me. Not you, me. So,
see, you literally had a segment and one of the best intro songs.
Producer fight.
So what?
See, you had one of the best songs for a segment. Number one. Number two.
I didn't create that. Once again, Virgil did. Who was the one that created all these goddamn segments and pictures and all gifts and all that shit? Virgil, not me. Virgil.
This championship's really gone to his head.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. I was a mellow champion.
I click buttons. I click buttons. All right. Virgil created all this, not me. And I'll leave it at that. Continue, Virgil. My bad.
I hate when Big Daddy drinks.
Big Daddy beats me.
Oh my God! All right.
Why do you think I wear sunglasses?
He's trying not to laugh, but I see him try.
You guys should really trust Big C more.
All right. So moving on past all of that. Thank you. Now, Charlotte Flair versus Jade Cargill is the only rumored match that we've heard for Women's Revolution 2. Give me your excitement on this, and what do you guys think about the potential of Charlotte and Jade getting in the ring together and mixing it up?
When's
gotta
Women's
win, I know that.
Revolution? Or
Women's Revolution is literally 2 weeks after Money in the Bank.
Honestly,
Yeah, I know.
I'm
That's
super
a lot of
excited.
wrestling.
It's not in Saudi Arabia, is it?
No, but they're going to
see,
Saudi Arabia.
enough.
Women probably won't have a match there. That's why they're doing the Revolution.
Okay, cool. That's good.
Honestly, I'm excited.
No,
Because-
I'm happy because that, for obvious reasons. But yeah,
Excited because
brother,
it's
Let Fritos do his talk. Go ahead, Fritos.
Thank you. I'm excited because besides the two women putting on a banger of a match, we already know Jade's a freak athlete. Charlotte's, Charlotte, she's great in the ring. But I can definitely see Jade win and this kind of push the Alexa Bliss storyline. Because I'm really interested to see what this storyline is going to be. Are they going to form a tag team? Are they going to form a new faction? What's the deal with it? So I can see this intensify that storyline with them.
What do you think, Tank?
I agree. I think we're in for a women's faction, another one, and Alexa Bliss, man, I think she came back. I think she needs to be pushed more, but not in the way that they push Charlotte, which is Charlotte's just a straight up, like, let's push her, let's do this, let's do that. I think, slowly building Alexa Bliss to the next title is huge. And I think it will also open doors for every other woman on that roster because, you have NXT women coming up. So
Absolutely.
you definitely got to start that. And I think it starts with keeping Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch out of the title picture.
Bailey, put Bailey in there too.
Well, and Bailey. I will put Bailey in there. I think Jade Cargill
And Rhea Ripley. Keep Rhea Ripley away from the World Heavyweight Championship.
You shut your mouth.
Done.
You shut
It's
your
done.
mouth. No,
It's done, bro.
Yeah.
I was
Shut your
telling
mouth.
you this yesterday. It's bro. She is about to. Okay, all right, okay. Go ahead. Give her the belt again. Give her the belt again. Let her be the one to beat Io Sky for the women's championship. And watch, don't she start getting Becky and Bailey heat? And she ain't gonna get Charlotte heat, but she gonna get Becky and Bailey heat
Here's
for
the thing,
winning
though.
titles.
Here's the thing, though. How long did all of Becky, Charlotte, Bailey? How long did they keep the title versus someone like Rhea Ripley?
Rhea Ripley has had the longest championship run out of all of them. The longest run was Becky. Rhea literally held the women. She literally transferred from holding the SmackDown Women's Championship
Sir.
all the way to having the world. I'm
Sir.
sorry. She went from Raw Women's Champion all the way to having the World Heavyweight Championship. She held that shit for like a year. Come on, guys, don't tell me y'all don't remember this.
You just debunked your own argument. You just said Rhea had the longest championship, and then just said the longest one had the person that had the longest one out of all of them is Becky. So what?
No, I said Rhea. No, it's Rhea. Rhea
So you just said
literally
something about
transferred.
You just said something. You just said something about Becky, though.
You did say
Rhea,
Becky.
okay. Let me preface what I'm saying. Rhea Bloody Ripley had the Raw Women's Championship that she won, and literally transferred it to the Women's World Title, and did not drop that son of a bitch at all.
Good.
No.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Here's the thing. Rhea Ripley, though. The thing with Rhea Ripley is she doesn't. I won't. I'll leave personal things out of it. But Rhea Ripley earns her championships the right way. I'll leave it at that.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I'm talking about her holding the title
She
too
fights.
damn much,
She fights.
too damn
She
long.
wins. She
Great.
changes and she changes things up.
Perfect.
Knowing you'd rather Nikki Bella win it.
You can look, but you can't touch.
Yeah, exactly. Do it.
Damn right. Damn right. Bring back the Divas Championship. Fuck you mean?
Hey,
Oh.
the only female wrestler in history that got to pay child support.
What in the world?
Justice.
What are we doing?
That's justice,
What are we-
baby.
Woo!
That's the main
Hey,
justice right there.
hey, John Cena, he knew what he was doing after all. No.
She can touch that pay button.
Woo! Yeah,
Good
touch
God.
that child
Okay.
support. Touch that
See.
child support submission.
See, shut up. Okay, see, shut up and tell me your thoughts on Charlotte versus Jade. We are way off topic.
Cool. It'll be a banger match as long as Jade wins. Fuck Charlotte. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Yeah.
All right, Coach, what do you got to say?
So this match is going to go either one of two ways. It is going to be one heck of a match that we're going to talk about as Jade Cargill's coming out party and she wins, or it is going to be a botch fest like crazy with both of these. Not because of specifically Jade, but you could definitely probably see some rust still or how green she still is, but mainly Charlotte just looking stiff and not taking the bumps and no selling. There's no in between, if I'm being honest. That is what's going to happen. And that intrigues me the most, actually, about that match. Is I don't care about the result. I just want to know, is this going to be actually good, or is this going to be one of the worst matches ever? And I don't want to look away from it if it is the worst match ever.
Yeah, I mean, so that's that. I guess that's the crazy part about this, is that it could literally go either way. It can literally be a banger of a match. It could be an amazing match, or it could end up being like the worst match ever. So we'll just have to see. But yeah, back to what I was saying though. Rhea Ripley don't need to have the championship. She can take a break. She can take a break from the championship. Think about this, guys. Think about all the talent that is there right now. And this is why I was trying to get through C's thick skull yesterday when we was talking. So check it out. Naomi, Jade Cargill, Alexa Bliss, Lyra Valkyria is not going to be Intercontinental Champion for much longer. She's going to end up getting a push. You still got Roxanne Perez. If you're looking at me, if you're asking me, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Charlotte, and Becky can all take a break from World Championship competition. If they want to fight over the United States, if they want to fight over the IC, establish those championships. Hell, bring in Natty to help them establish those belts. But you do not need to have Rhea Ripley always constantly fighting for the Women's World Championship, guys. It gets boring. The WWE needs to get more creative and book storylines that do not have to revolve around the women for a championship. I love Jade and Naomi because it has absolutely nothing to do with a belt. It has everything to do with this woman pushed this woman off of a cliff into a car, and she fell and was looking like Storm from X-Men after she got pummeled by Magneto.
The only problem is, I agree with your argument. The only problem is, I feel like they think that the Raw's women's division is weak, so that's why they keep putting the title on Rhea. So at this point, they need to do some trades to strengthen up, or do more call-ups to strengthen up the women's roster. Then at that point,
yep. Okay,
That's fair assessment.
That's fair. Dang, Joe Biden was diagnosed with aggressive prostate cancer.
Shame. What a shame.
Sorry about that. All right, okay. Now it's time for Big Daddy C's throwback moment, y'all.
Hey, Merge, you done outdid yourself, boy. I take back some of what I said earlier on the pod. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, my guy. Oh man, that is awesome. I love that intro. That is awesome, awesome. But no, throwback moment.
I found your speed.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah.
yeah. I figured
Yeah,
you like
throwback
that.
moment of the week. We'll take you back to January 13th, 2006. Fresh off Batista having to vacate his World Heavyweight Championship due to injury that he suffered at the hands of Mark Henry. It was a real injury, but they used the whole Mark Henry angle. Him coming back to WWE and injuring Batista. At the time, Batista and Rey Mysterio were World Tag Team Champion, well, WWE Tag Team Champions. Batista got injured in a steel cage match against Eminem. And so Batista would eventually have to vacate the championship. So they had a battle royal. I think it was an intrapersonal battle royal, if I'm not mistaken, on SmackDown on January 13th. Everybody was in the ring, and then all of a sudden you hear Kurt Angle makes his return to the SmackDown brand as a surprise entrant to the battle royal. And basically, he comes in, suplexing everybody. He's doing damage. And then Mark Henry knocks him out of the ring. He didn't eliminate him, but he knocked him out of the ring and gives him the splash through the announce table. And so Kurt Angle was pretty much out of that match up until later on. Mark Henry pretty much eliminates the last few men that are in that match. And all of a sudden, Kurt Angle rises from the ashes. And then he does his like, yeah, and then he runs into the ring, and basically charges out to Mark Henry, punches him, suplexes him, and gives him an angle slam, all this other shit. So they go back and forth for a little bit, and Kurt Angle would eventually eliminate Mark Henry with a little Hurricanrana. Basically, it was like kind of like he was hanging on the ropes using his core strength, and eliminate Mark Henry with his legs. And it became the new World Heavyweight Champion that night. And he would go on to retain that championship against Mark Henry at Royal Rumble. Undertaker will return, and then they would have a good match at No Way Out. And then Rey Mysterio would, no, not Rey Mysterio, Kurt Angle would defend that championship at WrestleMania 22 in Chicago against Rey Mysterio and Randy Orton, losing it to Rey Mysterio. And that is my throwback moment of the week. Kurt Angle becoming world champion in 2006.
Kind of how you became booking champion of the world in 2025.
Yep.
Nice.
Respectfully, I would like to ask that you shorten mine to the same length as Coach's intro, so that way he could be properly appreciated in the same manner that I am.
Wait a minute. Okay, so one is 30 seconds and one is 22 seconds.
That is a great difference, sir.
But this is gonna make me have to go back in the home crew. Whatever. All right.
Thank you, my Booker of the Year.
Thank you.
We will see what
no
I
problem,
will
Coach.
see what
No problem. You're the workhorse of the podcast. We appreciate you.
Okay, you can't go back and say we appreciate you, coach, after I said I appreciate you, coach, after he hyped up the fact that I did his video first, and I did. Calm
Can't
down.
you see this fighting is tearing this
And
family apart?
the appreciation.
I'm not even running the podcast
The
anymore. This is
appreciation
you
can't
guys
be
fighting. I
universal.
appreciate it. You guys are doing my work.
The appreciation can't be universal. It has to just be limited to Mike. Only Mike can appreciate Coach. Is that what we're doing here?
But while you're trying to appreciate, you're also taking a dig, you dirt bag.
Hey, why I gotta be all that, man?
Because you've been starting with me all day, and I don't know why, jerk.
Hey, look, man. I just gave you props for my video. All I asked was to be shortened to the same length as Coach's, so he don't feel disrespected.
Yeah. Speaking of which, just a general announcement for everybody. Get well, Jr. Get well soon, Jr. Since we're speaking about cancer and the president and everything, a former president and what happened with him. Also, get well, Jim Ross. He is also fighting prostate cancer. He has surgery this coming week on it. So get well. We'll see what, like I said. But now, after the throwback moment, guys, our final topic for tonight. I wanted to talk with you guys about the fact that there has been so much talk from AEW superstars, AEW wrestlers about WWE and WWE superstars lately. Kenny Omega went on record, and he was talking about the fact that I think he said something to the effect of soon there's going to end up being what did he say is going to be like a YouTuber against
basically social media.
Yeah, like I said, basically social media superstars are going to be wrestling for the main championship at WrestleMania. Will Ospreay had a lot to say also. He said our guys in AEW smoke them when he talking about WWE every single day of the week. They've got good guys like Gunther, great guys like Randy Orton, good guys like Chad Gable. I respect all of them, but on our worst day, we smoke all of you guys. Was his thoughts? And he like I said, he went on to say a lot. Like Kenny Omega said this. He said, I don't know if I've ever said it publicly or not. I think we're headed on a path where a couple of WrestleManias down the road, the main event is going to be Logan Paul versus Mr. Beast. And it's like, what's the wrestling acumen? How many miles have they put into it? It's like, does it matter? This is the process of evolution. So like I said, these guys had comments to say. Ricochet got on and seconded those comments and said that AEW is better than WWE. The tribalism in wrestling has seeped from just the fans now into the wrestlers also, and these wrestlers are out to try to prove a point. Now, my first thought in this before I let you guys have your statements is AEW wrestlers should absolutely believe that they're better than WWE. If you're going to just automatically concede that yes, WWE is better, then what the heck are you even doing in AEW? Are you just there collecting the paycheck? So I don't necessarily think that that's tribalism. My problem that I end up having with a lot of these AEW wrestlers is either they are Will Ospreay. Well, I guess Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega are the two that could actually say something because they're the two that both turned down WWE contracts. Kenny Omega had a deal offered to him twice by WWE before AEW was born, and then after his contract was over with AEW, WWE tried to lure him over. And of course, Will Ospreay wanted to come over to WWE. Seth Rollins was really pushing for that. So these guys do have a skin, I guess, are able to have an opinion on this because they're both wrestlers that turned down WWE. However, I disagree with them first and foremost, adamantly. But I think that you're looking for different things if you're watching AEW versus watching WWE. Like they're not the same. They're not the same pay scale. They're not the same presentation. They're not the same anything. I mean, they both have a squared circle, but that's it. After that, there's nothing that's the same, I think, about either one, the presentation of either one or either company. What do you think, Fritos?
Yeah, I agree with you. They need to hype up themselves. I mean, what would be the point of having your own wrestling promotion if you're not going to hype it up? It's like when I used to work at Menards. Why would I help promote Lowe's across the street? There's no point. I'm going to say I believe my product's better and give you reasons why. They are presenting reasons why they believe AEW is better than WWE. And I get the sense where, like, oh, they're starting to get all these celebrities in there and it's ruining wrestling, which I get. But at the same time, I feel like they're a bit jealous at the same time. They're not getting the big name celebrities.
It's also the pot calling the kettle black, considering the fact that what was the Rizzler dude that they had just wrestling like 2 months ago? Yeah, like
Costco guys. Which he used to have a history in wrestling, and put in the work a little bit in the indies, but it's not the same thing. You're using him as you're using him as a celebrity to boost your ratings. Granted, WWE does it better. They get the bigger stars, they get the bigger celebrities, they get everything, so they're getting more eyes drawn on them. The thing is, they just need to fix their product, whether it's stuff backstage, writing, promos, whatever it is. They need to do something to help amplify to get more viewers instead of doing the extreme blood every other match or anything like that. I mean, you can't really talk shit on WWE right now, especially when your Saturday show got cut short an hour and a half early for Black Adam. That literally happened yesterday. So,
are you serious?
Dead ass. Collision got cut short, and they were playing Black Adam.
Irony.
So you can't be talking all this shit, and then that happens with one of your main shows. So I get it. You're hyping yourself up. You're, making a stake of why AEW is good and important, but they need to fix stuff to make people watch it. Because WWE is selling out major, theater centers. They're not in a tiny ass little mini section now, like what AEW is doing.
It's true. What do you think, Tank?
I agree. I'm wearing this. It's a Ricochet, but it's only for comfort at this point. Ricochet, he isn't even the biggest star in his own company. I mean, at the same time, until they can sell out a theater, they shouldn't be talking to people who are selling out stadiums. So, it's just something that's it's annoying to see, because wrestling in general should be enjoyed by fans just because they love wrestling, right?
Right.
But to that point, I will say I agree with Kenny Omega. And the reason why I agree with Kenny Omega is Triple H needs to stop going for views and needs to start instituting wrestling back into the product. And the reason why I say that, you got Travis Scott, I won't even lump Logan Paul into that, because Logan Paul, I feel like we can all agree he's done his fair share of wrestling and training. The man knows how to get to the crowd. He knows the ins and outs. You got Travis Scott now, who's learning to wrestle for a one-time show. And it's the same thing. Again, I bring up Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross called it. Social media and views. We're going for views now rather than actual wrestling. So I agree. I agree with what Kenny Omega is saying, because I think that will ultimately help WWE. You got to start focusing on wrestling versus what gets you views. And I think Triple H is doing exactly what helped polarize WWE back in the day by bringing in people like Mike Tyson. He's trying to generate buzz, which is fine. But ultimately have to focus on the product itself, because let's be honest, why KSI in the Royal Rumble taking up a spot from a wrestler just because he gets views on social media? I mean, come on, So, however, I do think AEW, people like Will Ospreay, he's great. He's amazing. I don't think overall, though, I think, and you guys know how much I loved AEW. I think we're the best wrestle. They end up going to WWE because they wrestle, and they are in it for the true sport rather than just getting blood and gore into all of their matches and trying to get views that way, rather than
trying to plan a match just to get their shit off.
Exactly.
Yeah. Big Daddy C, what do you think?
As I mentioned last week on the podcast, in terms of Ricochet, my issue with him was that he was talking when he mentioned like world championship. Well, not a championship. He's talking like, oh yeah, I won multiple championships.
Moose.
Why?
Moose.
Why?
Oh
Moose.
gosh, why?
Moose.
Why?
Moose.
He has nothing to do with this conversation. You an asshole. God.
And it's like if
I
someone
was
brought up a
saying before I
speed
was rudely
championship.
interrupted. Oh my God.
Oh,
The women's one.
I said KSI by speed,
beautiful.
Can I
Thank you.
finish my thought, sir?
maybe.
Can I finish my thought?
Only if it's with speed.
Shut up, Ho. Mike. You lucky
He
I'm
said-
not upstairs. You lucky I'm not upstairs at the laptop right now. I shut this whole shit down.
He said I had to do what I had to do. He said it. It's like the whole Ho Gendry. I'm gonna say Ho Gendry.
Damn.
Say his name and
Ho
he
Gendry is
appears.
crazy.
I believe in Ho
No
Gendry.
Gendry.
I believe in Ho Gendry.
That's funny. That's actually really funny.
No, man.
All right,
Ricochet was when he was going back and forth with whatever his name. I forgot his name.
Javon Evans.
Yeah, Javon Evans. Yeah, and he was talking about, yeah, I won multiple titles, multiple championships in WWE. Like he was talking like he won world championships. Like, sir, you won mid card titles.
Can you name
Shut up!
them,
Shut up! Shut the fuck!
please?
Fuck up.
No, I'm
Shut
trying to get your point
Shut up.
across. Can you just name them?
Anyway, outside of that, no, like AEW, I'll blame Tony Khan, bro, because like Tony Khan's had a history of like throwing shots at WWE, and now his employees are now starting to do the same thing, and the EVPs and shit. Like you said, only Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay can really have somewhat of a say so because they're the ones that turn down offers from WWE. Everybody else just need to shut the fuck up. So like that's why I look at it, because it's like everybody else is just front runners at this point. They just following along they following along with the trend, and it's just like, all right, yeah, we get it, y'all. Since the early days of TNA and WCW, y'all like the first legit competition for WWE, and you got had former WWE guys that's there to help stir the ship. Chris Jericho mainly, but even he's not even that much of a main focal point in terms of the higher ups anymore. Like I feel like Chris Jericho just took a step back. If anybody else hasn't noticed, so like
Yeah.
I just feel like everybody is just following along with Tony Khan and his Mark-isms and the need to take a shot at WWE at any chance he gets. I just feel like it is like just stay in y'all own lane. TNA ain't really take no shots at WWE like that back in the day. At least not to my recognition. Like I have
Only BG James and Kip James.
Yeah, and one of them is now working with WWE. So go figure. And they're a WWE Hall of Famer. So like I just feel like they gain nothing by taking shots at WWE. Like I just feel like just do y'all own thing. Like take advantage of the fact that during the pandemic, y'all kicked WWE's ass in terms of like booking and like creativity. Like y'all kicked their asses. So like, but y'all went away from that once crowds started getting back into play. And so it's just like now, like just focus on what y'all doing, find ways to improve, and go from there. Like y'all don't have to keep trying to, you know, prove something to us. Like the fact that y'all still got fans, y'all still got a good fan base, fans still turning out all around the world. Just go based on that, and then everything else will follow. Like that's what WWE had to do when they beat WCW, and everything else happened the way that it did. So AW, not saying that AEW is ever gonna get to the level of WWE, but like if they just focus on their own shit and not constantly taking shots at WWE, then they'll be fine. I'm like, just do what y'all need to do and hire the right motherfucking people to book storylines and plan shit out. Cause that's still their issue to this day. They do not have legit storylines consistently. And
At
so
this time with this company, what being like 6 years old, it's no longer that this is a problem. This is a choice. They choose to book this way. It's a choice. It's what they choose to do. So I'm no longer using it as a crutch as that's what they need to do, because I'm sure people have came and told Tony Khan, hey, you probably have more success if you had linear storylines that worked and people actually understood what was going on and just not these random ass matches thrown together every week. And he said, nah, I'm cool. Coach, what do you think, sir?
Well, with what Kenny Omega said, I think it's 100% fair, because that is probably where it's heading down the road. Like Tank said, with WWE only focusing on views instead of the actual wrestling. I totally get where Kenny Omega is coming from. As for Will Ospreay, I mean, yeah, he can say what he wants. That's his right. What is the issue, though, that I'm seeing with what he's saying, and we just said this about WWE, they're only doing it for clicks. AEW is doing the exact same thing, except they're doing it by trying to bash WWE instead of doing it in their own way. Like that's what I'm seeing right now is they think the only way they can get views is if they say something about WWE. Why not do something in the ring to get views and clicks? Why not have a storyline or something that gets you views and clicks like that? And it's all a trickle down effect from Tony Khan. Like C said, it's all about what they're saying. What he says becomes what your employees say. And it's almost like he's telling them, hey, I want you to do this, because he knows if he says something online, he's going to get reamed for it, as he probably should. So now he's making his employees say it instead as a cop-out so that he doesn't take the heat, but he still gets his message across. That's how I'm seeing it right now. But and as for Ricochet, I don't know. He's on something. Yeah, exactly.
I think Ricochet is out to prove a point. What point that is, I don't necessarily know, but he's out trying to prove a point. Yeah, man. Like I said, I think the superior product right now as overall is WWE, but AEW does have really good wrestling. Like if you just want to go watch really good wrestling matches, great. That's your place to go. That's why I don't call them superstars. That's why I just call them AEW wrestlers. Because that's really all they really want to do. They don't want to be superstars. They want to be wrestlers. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, one more thing. I will say this one thing about AEW. The one thing that they have going right now is the Hurt Syndicate. I think they are doing a really great job with that.
Amen. Very protected, though.
Yes, but I think it's because MVP is probably the one doing most of the writing on for that because he knows what needs to be done with that.
Yep.
And he's not going to let Tony Khan interfere with how he tells his. He probably has creative control, but MVP knows how to do it in the right way and not just say, "Hey, let's just put every single belt on these guys. Let's make sure we're doing it right."
Absolutely.
We hurt people. We hurt
people. We hurt people. All right. Well, now to ensure that nobody else gets hurt, guys, it's time for our final segment of the show and our favorite. It is time for Fritos Fave 5.
Fritos favorite 5. Sponsored by nobody.
Virgil, you know what to do. Hit my music.
You say, ooh, boobies?
I said nobody.
Oh.
That's what Ernie Johnson says on TNT.
No, I think Coach said something. Coach slid something in there that we missed.
He said Blue Chew.
Oh.
Oh God.
Just to let you know, I don't need no intro video. I don't need a 22-second video. I don't need a 32-second video to get this Frito Fave 5 out there.
Virgil, mute this man.
I've got one honorable mention this week.
Definitely
Not really wrestling related, but I got Darby Allin. Reports came out today he did reach the peak of Mount Everest, which I think is pretty cool. He keeps talking about doing it. He finally did it, which I think is really exciting and cool for the man. At number 5, I've got Alexa Bliss qualifying for the women's Money in the Bank. She had a banger of a match, and I can't wait to see what's going on with her with this Money in the Bank. Is she going to start a faction of Charlotte Flair? Who knows? But keep your eye on that. At number 4, I've got Fraxium beating DIY and securing a spot to go against the Street Profits next week for the tag titles. In a tag division that's thick on Friday Night SmackDown, they are really starting to become a jewel in that. I can't wait to see what the future holds for this young tag team because it's going to be bright for them. At number 3, I've got MJF joining the Hurt Syndicate. I'm excited to see what happens with MJF in the storyline. Is he going to be there for a short time? Is this going to be a long-term thing? I don't know, but I'm interested to see what MJF does with the Hurt Syndicate. At number 2, I got Ethan Page from NXT this week. The promo he had was fantastic. It's what we want as WWE fans, something we need. And I can't wait for them to finally pull the trigger and call this man up on the main roster. And at number 1, it's Tiffy time. She put on a banger of a match with Nia Jax, retaining her championship. She busted Nia's head in, which I know Big Daddy C enjoyed. But yeah, she is the future. I cannot wait to see what she does more. And that has been a Fritos Fave 5. Yeah.
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 Yeah. But no.
Oh Lord. All right. Well, Tank, I think you're already ready to start. So go ahead. What would you rate Fritos Fave 5 this week?
Man, I think, to be fair, I gave him about an A- last week. I think I gave you around an A-. I think I would have given the same had he switched up the MJF. I think the MJF joining, I think that ranked a little higher. I know it was 3. But I would say I would give it a B+.
Yeah, that's not bad. I have my hand on the bad button.
No, I need to change it. I still no.
Nope, it's already set.
Well,
It's on the report card. No whiteout this.
See?
I give it a solid B+.
Why? Okay, you have to explain why. You can't just say I give it.
Since when we started explaining shit on this goddamn podcast with the, all right, look, it was solid, man. I like
Why
the
are you
order.
so angry? What is your
why?
problem?
Who hurt you?
He's been
Let us
drinking.
know.
Stop drinking Jim Beam. You're
Oh,
so
oh,
bad
wait a
at
minute.
drinking.
He's been drinking.
Drinking on my Jim Beam, drinking on my whiskey.
So Jim Beam hurts you.
Drinking on my
Got it.
alcohol. Thinking about
No.
Blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the
If it's C we talking about, we got to do the Beyonce version. He been drinking. He been drinking.
Now, do you want this to
Surfboard.
definitely make sure we don't get
Surfboard.
sponsored? Are
Oh,
you
God.
make? Are you,
Oh,
I
he
was gonna
left.
say, I was gonna say, I don't think you guys want to hear what he has to say at that point.
Wow. Okay, Coach. What would you rate his fave 5?
You know, I hate the honorable mention just because I hate honorable mentions, but you know, with Darby Allin, what he did, that's pretty cool actually. So I'll let it slide this week. However, I think you missed out on a big one. While I do think Alexa Bliss winning is a huge thing, I don't think it's worthy of being in your Fave 5. I think it should have been Miles Bourne's promo as well in NXT. Ethan Page's was, yes, that one was great. But I do think Miles Bourne's promo was just as good. Maybe not top 3. I think your top 3 was perfect, but I can't give you an A because you didn't have that one on there. So I'm going to give you a B+ as well.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me
You son of a bitch.
Now, since he's returned, now since he's returned, he can actually explain why he gave Fritos a B+.
That's what we call a timeout, by the way.
No, he mentioned Beyonce, so I had to leave. But no,
this ain't Texas.
Oh, God.
No.
Not no hold 'em.
yeah, I gave you a B+ because I also would have moved MJF a little bit higher up. So yeah.
Lay your cars down. Come on, that's actually a really catchy song. I already like Beyonce like that, but that's actually a really catchy song.
You did that shit on purpose because we just left Chicago.
You know
did
why?
that shit on
You
purpose.
know, you know why?
You did that shit on purpose, Mike. You did it on purpose.
You know
okay?
why?
What?
Baby, it's you.
Oh.
Someone I love.
Devin, you're a hoe. You don't even like Beyonce like that. You don't even like Beyonce.
Oh no! Please let it be known. I am playing Love on Top. I'm for those that don't know, I am DJing Tank's wedding, and I am playing Love on Top. It's gonna happen.
No. I will leave the fucking dance floor. I will leave the premises expeditiously.
Time out.
And I'm the best. I'm one of the best men at the wedding. I will fucking leave.
Hey, I agree with Steve.
On the window pane, I can see the stars.
I just want some Boys to Men.
That's what I'm talking about, Coach. That's what I'm talking about, Coach. That's what I'm talking about. See, I knew you had about a good 1%.
That was perfectly timed.
That song that I found has to be put. It feels like something that should be on WNUA 95.5 in Chicago, bro. Like it's perfect.
Driving down Lakeshore Drive at like 10 o'clock at night.
Oh well, you wouldn't know nothing about driving down Lakeshore Drive because you slept the whole way through. So you know
exactly. Yeah. But see, Coach, I knew you had some about 1-2% black in you, man. I knew it.
Oh, okay. We got to wrap this up.
Boys to men, man. That's what I'm talking about, Coach.
How do I say goodbye?
They have other hits, Mike. They have other hits, Mike.
Bended knee.
Oh God, give me a reason. I'm down on bended knee.
You know what? Hey, you know what?
actually,
Since you'll be there, Mike.
better because
Mike,
it's
yeah.
a wedding related song.
Since you'll be there, do it.
It's happening. It's happening. And I'm gonna make sure he can't leave the dance
I
floor when I
cannot
do
wait
it.
to record that when C hears that music
Look, hey,
and he goes right at you.
unless it's a single ass snow bunny there for me to dance with it, then I stay.
You're ridiculous.
Well, now you're putting pressure on me.
All the single ladies. So put your hands up in the club, doing my own damn thing. Signing in, doing my own thing. Signing again,
We're the dancers.
Put a ring on it. If you like a thing,
He's not even paying attention.
I'm